Hi guys, so with the recent royal wedding between Harry and Meghan Markle, I've seen a lot of my friends putting on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, saying how much they either love the royal family, how much pride they have in it, or they're saying, please shut up about the royal family. They take the taxpayers' money anyway, like we shouldn't have it, there's no point in the royal family or the monarchy in general overall. I kind of wanted to address that argument today because I found both sides interesting. Like, I'm not a major fan of the royal family, I'm not like a diehard, got all the memorabilia, but neither am I like, oh, I want to get rid of them, I hate them and all that. So yeah, I've done my homework, I've done some research, and I kind of want to do a little debate, I guess, by myself, since I don't really have any friends with me. I did do a history degree, so I'm quite good at debating with myself by now. So hopefully this video will help you make your decisions or whatever, or educate you a little bit on the role of the royal family in this country. Let's get started. I don't know what that was. The main thing that people argue against the monarchy and the royal family is that they have no power. They have no power in this country, so what is the point of having them? And that is kind of true. So in Parliament, the Queen's role is to close and open Parliament sessions. It is mainly a formality, but that is the way things have been done. I suppose in the future that could change. She doesn't need to open it or close it. It is strictly a formality. And again, any law that is passed by the government needs to be run by Queen Elizabeth first before it can be put into place. But again, this is a formality, as the last time that the monarch has gone against any law being passed is 1707. So if Lizzie was to say no now, it would like shake things up a little bit. She does have the power to say no, but she has all of her advisors which will basically influence her decision and tell her what to decide. And of course they're going to say, you know, pass it, because, you know, the law's going to go through government for a while anyway. It's not going to be like no laws, a light-hearted decision to make. I mean, there are some which, you know, I think we wish we could change. Anyway, real controlled or anything, it's not how it used to be even like 60 years ago when the Queen first came to power. She doesn't have the same power as she did to begin with when she started her reign. So the second point is, point 2. So a lot of people argue that we spend a lot in tax that goes towards the royal family, which is true to an extent. We do, some of the tax that we pay towards the government does go towards the royal family. The official salary that the Queen gets each year from, this is direct from the taxpayer and no other funding, just from the taxpayer, is £334 million a year, which, you know, is a lot, but that by no means puts her on the top 300 richest people in the world at all, which obviously doesn't downplay the amount of money she gets, because that's, you know, a lot more than what I have in the bank. It equates to each person who pays tax probably about £5 or £6 a year. So it's not like all your tax goes towards the Queen. It's just a tiny percentage from each person that goes towards the official government-based funding towards the royal family. The Queen does get other income from different places. So the Duchy of Lancaster is the income that she generates from her land and estates, and she gets about 12 million a year from that, and the Prince of Wales gets more towards 20 million a year, which is massive, I know. And she also has a thing called the Privy Purse. Well, the royal family have something called the Privy Purse, which pays for expenses for like Princess Charlotte, same name as me. I mean, I'm not a princess, but you can call me that if you want to. So another thing that's come up is the Republic is questioning as to why we're spending millions on the extended royal family instead of like on other things that we are making budget cuts on within the government. So people like, and I'm going to refer to this because I do not remember their names, Catherine Wolsey, the Duchess of Kent, and Marie von Reibnitz, who is Princess Michael of Kent. I have not heard of either of those, but apparently part of the funding actually goes towards them as well. So, you know, people are questioning as to why we're spending so much money towards these people who we don't know, we don't see in the public eye, and yet they are getting our money. We are paying for them to be part of the royal family. Basically, we are paying their expenses and everything. So I think it would be a wise decision to maybe cut these people out of the royal funding. Even though they have these titles, they're more than able to get normal jobs. On that note though, I will add that the Queen and Prince Charles do contribute in tax, income tax. What is interesting actually is how much is believed that the royal family bring into our economy each year through tourism. So the number that kept cropping up is that from London tourism we generate about 1.8 billion pounds. I read a couple of articles that were arguing for the royal family, saying that that it was just the royal family alone that would bring in this income to the economy, when really I think there is more to London than just the royal family. Like, you don't go to London to see the royal family because they're not on show 24/7, are they? It's not likely that you're gonna see the Queen popping out for a wave whilst you're standing taking pictures. Some people have argued that if we didn't have the royal family, would we still generate that much income through tourism? I think that it's a fair argument, and we don't know. The way I see it is that the royal family are definitely a big aspect to the income that we get from tourists, because it is a novelty thing. The Queen is the biggest monarch in the world. Everyone knows who she is, and everyone knows who the royal family is, and that they live in London. There is a lot of memorabilia out there, you know, mugs with the Queen's faces on, or just the one face because she only has one face. But it does bring money into our economy because people do want to, you know, say that they had tea with the Queen and all this. And then, you know, with the royal weddings, I saw online that when Kate and Wills got married, it did generate £107 million into our economy through hotels, through tourism, through memorabilia. With Kate's fashion, when she got into the limelight, like, people were picking up the trends that she was following and buying into it because that's what Kate's wearing and that's what they want to wear. You know, she's a fashion icon now, and so is Meghan Markle, so we'll bump up our economy in that way as well, because people want to, you know, they want to be like them because they want to feel like a princess and everything. It is a massive boost into our economy. Like, that £107 million came into London for that weekend only back in 2011. I don't know how much Meghan Markle's and Harry's wedding did generate. I can imagine it was a lot, especially because she's an American marrying into the royal family. Like, you know, you hear on the news about Americans coming over to witness one of their own getting married to Prince Harry. Like, it's such a romantic and endearing story. So, and Americans will buy into it because even though they're not even part of the Commonwealth and they love our royal family, it's a big thing for them, and it is a big thing for us as well. it does play a massive part into the tourism aspect. Breaking that all down, so I said that the official funding from the government to the royal family is £334 million a year. That's probably like an eighth of the money that we generate through tourism each year. I mean, it's still a massive chunk, but what they help and what they boost in the tourism, like if we got rid of them, it would decrease a lot. Like it wouldn't, it balances out basically. At least balances it out. We wouldn't be missing that money, and we wouldn't have more money for ourselves or anything else if we didn't have the royal family. Like if we got rid of the royal family, like I said at the start of this video, we would get rid of that unity, we would get rid of that sense of pride, and it would, I think it would like weaken us as a nation as well, to be honest. Like it's something to be proud of to know that our queen, she's head of the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth has, what, 53 countries in it? That's a lot of countries. We're on the Australian dollar, we're on the Canadian dollar, the New Zealand dollar. We are everywhere. Like, if we got rid of her, like, it would just, I don't know, it would be so sour and bitter and just awful. And yeah, I know that they don't really do anything, but like politically they don't, but look at how many charities they're all patronages of. I can't say that word. Prince Charles had his birthday celebration. It's more like a half birthday celebration, but there was 6,000 guests there from different charities which he is a part of and his name is a part of, and so many people wouldn't donate to their charities if his name wasn't on that. I mean, like, they would if they knew about them, but you know, his name brings attention to these charities, which, you know, helps a lot of people and a lot of causes. So they are important. Just gonna add this in on the end. It's not like members of the royal family stick around doing nothing all day, every day. Like, for example, every male member is served in the army. Harry did it for 10 years, served in the military for 10 whole years. Will worked for the helicopter ambulance rescue for a while. Queen Elizabeth herself worked during the Second World War. She was part of the military during the Second World War. Yeah, I think some people forget that. I think some people look at them and think they're just sitting around having tea every day or whatever, but they are a symbol. They are part of what England and the United Kingdom is and what the Commonwealth is. So my overall conclusion is, people who say they don't care about the royal family and put that on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, they obviously care a bit, and I think they need to look into their facts before they start saying that they cost us too much money and that they're a waste of time, that they don't do anything, because that is completely and utterly wrong. They constantly go to public outings and make appearances at places, charity events and everything, because they want to bring attention to that. I think especially the younger generation of the royal family, they know how the royal family is perceived, and they are actively trying to show that that's not the way they are. And yeah, if we didn't have them, it would just be another country with a few castles, really. So yeah, I hope that helps some people with any questions they might have had about the royal family. Just a quick video, really. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Yeah, and that's about it. So thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you liked it even more. I hope you have an amazing day. Stay happy, stay smiling, and thank you for watching. Bye.